If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
Oh my. О, черт возьми. PS5 плеер, Final Fantasy 16. И мы снова попали в какой-то подзалупный творожок, скажем так. Почему? Потому что здесь есть... Помогите Изабелле найти. Здесь есть новые задания. А почему у меня горит здесь? А, это мы можем обсудить с другой куртизаночкой. Ну-ка.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to help me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then.
Такое смешное имя у нее.
If only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared?
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother.
Да, всем бы хотелось такую мать.
I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Даже далеко ходить не надо.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Да, главное не влезть в какую-то непредвиденную ситуацию.
Haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
It's not that.
Так, что у нас здесь?
Excuse me, you there? The gentleman with the sword?
Этьен.
I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dame's? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Ну, давай попробуем.
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to...
Какие же все-таки простые задания, да?
There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are Fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Окей. Так, а куда мне надо идти?
You there? Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
Так,
How about a plum?
And a
For the
pint
apple
of
of your
those
eye?
здравствуй. Торговка алкоголем.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
При тряске из этого непримечательного кожаного мешка раздается пугающий мелодичный перезвон, на который лучше не обращать внимания.
That isn't a burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
Бутыль бренди получил. Так, дальше. Травник.
I have no business with branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
Хм.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
Все такие противные тут, пиздец. Так бы поебало бы ему и дал.
Lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false,
Ты
You
что?
can always take it back.
you will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life.
Какие противные.
Careful.
Можно ему просто прямо сейчас взять и въебать прям вот так вот, чтобы его окунуть в его говно ебаное? Простите. Не держался. Возомнил себя хуй знает кем, блядь. Чмо ебаное, блядь. Так, а ты шел мне тоже будешь, блядь, въебываться?
Here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
Так.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard.
Ну, этот хоть более-менее адекватный.
So, for a while at least. Sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing by it. You
Вот,
right,
адекватный человек. Ну да, он типа отреагировал как положено, но извинился. А тот чмырь ебаный.
Yeah. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Сейчас мы Этьена тоже на кукан насадим.
That's the day done then. Drinks and the veil.
Word is that the legions are ready into...
The markets are...
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
Скоро их вообще не
I think
будет.
you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Подожди, а мне не больше косаря обещали? Ох, ладно. Казалось, что больше. Ну ладно. Буду внимательнее. Так.
Heard the bones fell favorably.
Здорово.
For a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Так, но перед этим, я думаю, стоит все-таки доп. Задание это выполнить. Ну-ка посмотрим. Чиновник. Ну-ка.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her...
Как все зависимо от этой мадам.
As unlikely as it may
Это
seem,
забавно.
there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty.
Какой-то несуществующий чиновник.
Would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Ну так а что надо?
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now.
Блять, я думал, что-то интересное. Просто еду передать.
What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed. Not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I am expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Оки-доки.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
What do you reckon Yannick's done to upset the dame?
Далеко не надо никуда ходить. Что происходит?
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
Так.
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I daren't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
А как мне отнести? Как же это очень интересно. Так, подожди, я туда иду? Нет, по-моему, нет. Торгл, ну ты чё мне не подсказываешь? Скафнул бы, что типа, чувак, ты не туда идешь. Ты дурачок. Так.
Something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you.
Чемберлен? Она сказала.
You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames!
Сейчас пизды дадим.
And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Так. Так я не могу закончить, что ли? Ну, видимо, нет.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Нет, могу.
Here. Looks like you need it. The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me. You need to rest. But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend. And what of your own hurts? They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
На ногах еле стоит, бедняга.
Drover has more for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
Sergeant's got it in for us two. As if either of us needs to brush up on our swordcraft.
Леон.
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Well, you lost or something? Sorry.
Робин.
The guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
But I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
Не поэтому.
We offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are. Robin and I need to know the dame's being...
Сами лезут на рожон, получите. Еще за это денег дадут. Да я их отпизжу, давай.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either.
Сдерживаться вредно.
If you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
Ой, давай это самое. Ты пойдешь нахер и все. Какую-то, блядь... Что он хотел, чтобы я сделал? Да давай, давай.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you.
А я буду один на один или собака может участвовать? Вот это стало бы интересно.
Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon.
О.
So you know one end of a blade from the other.
Да? А если так? И все, дело.
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Опа.
I know he went to hold my tongue for a start. Give me it's over.
Опа.
You got potential. I'll give you that.
Опа. Кто еще хочет мне пизделей получить? Давайте, давайте. Нормально? Понравилось?
Gregor's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a Branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
After the bollocking he gave us for missing drills, might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
Да, окей, хорошо. Обязательно. Так. Бля, по-моему, мне 1200 обещали. Блин, я не собирался, ну ладно.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor, more than one in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Окей.
That's the day done then.
Закончим. Друг народа. Куртизаночка.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Конечно, pleasure.
Though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much. Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Есть один момент, конечно, который меня смущает, ну ладно. Не суть. Еще косарик заработали. Уже 16 тысяч. Так, ну все, больше этого задания нет. И мы идем куда-то наверх. И там есть еще задание. Ладно, пошли, мой друг. Бесконечность, как говорится, не предел. О, неплохо.
The Dame may have given you leave to walk freely about Northreach, but one step outside these walls, and you're just...
Orifla, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Какая музыка стала, да?
You see it too, then? It's not just me bleary eyes playing tricks on me.
If you mean the waves stopped at full crest, then yes, I do. How could I miss the bleeding thing?
Прям...
That's enough for today, Branded.
Походу, может быть, что-то сейчас интересное. Прям нам показывают всю проблему. Жесть. Ну это, блядь, даже не рабство, мне кажется, это хуже. Так, это кто? Бабушка или кто? Лизет. Девочка.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad.
Да Хлоя это кто? Это человек или Чокобо?
Quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday.
Ой, да ну.
It's my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
А, игрушка, бля. Понял.
That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
Так.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that.
Привередливая крестьянка.
Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet, Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
У них у всех такой акцент английский внезапно в японской игре. Торгл, искать. Ну, понятно, это все-таки.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone on the job?
Это, по-моему, труп.
I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Ты уверен, что у нас получится? Это, по-моему, мертвое тело уже.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long.
Ёбаная жизнь. Что нахуй? А.
Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one.
Пиздец.
Until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
А какая разница?
The crystal's curse, that's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl.
Какое мрачное место, да? Вот бы их всех вырезать.
Dad said bears don't have parents.
Понимаешь, что тебя ебальник набью твоим родителям?
Give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Вот это интересное, кстати, задание. Короткое, но интересное. Почаще бы такие доп. Задания. Да, Торгл. Люди тут совсем ёбнутые. Так, давай посмотрим второе задание, может оно тоже интересное. Первое, по-моему, доп. Задание, которое было интересно пройти. Которое вызвало эмоцию какую-то. Так. Вельможа.
You're late. What kept you? Late for what? Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
Ну, ты мне даже денег не даешь.
The insolence. Someone needs to learn to break his slaves.
Не, чувак, вот это задание выполнять не буду. Пошел ты нахуй. Еще указывать мне будет. Охуевший.
Had another branded drop in the field yesterday. How do they expect us to finish the harvest when the ones the capital sends us are already half stone?
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Так. Ну вот и наш товарищ, которого мы искали.
The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Так, а ты, торговец, будешь со мной разговаривать? Клинок Гаи. Золотой пояс. Подожди. Дыхание огня. Материализовавшиеся остатки эфира огня, не растворившегося в воздухе после боя. Давай продадим, у меня по-любому есть что продать. Во.
Not enough for you. Pity that. I pay what it's worth and no more.
Все. Нормас.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Так.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the Dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right.
He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one.
But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about
Короче, где ты его закопал?
I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the Dame. Anything.
Да мы поняли, у тебя еще стоит пока.
Won't you? That I was helpful, I mean.
Господи, вы заебали. Никому ничего не буду говорить. Так.
It smells of death here, Torgor.
А это кто такие? Гиены?
We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Распухший волк. Опа. До свидания. Готово. Неплохо.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman.
Готовченко. Разорвали их на части.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
А вот и антиквариат самый.
So it is you, Tatien.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. He said her name was Tatien.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find her.
Классическое ни себе, ни людям.
We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to more for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the Dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from
Как
you.
удачно. Далеко бежать не надо.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Какая там все-таки очаровательная музыка. А вот тут немножко подзаебавшая, я бы сказал.
If it was a message that needed delivering, I could have seen.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Грустненько. И тут надпись «Задание выполнено». Ну, нормально, у меня уже денежек накопилось.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Otto mentioned the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Так, ну что? Ну что, друг мой?
You like that, don't you?
Ты же мой Жайкин. С этой задачей мы справились. Идем, как говорится, на восток. И там уже можно заканчивать нашу миссию. Фу, миссию, серию. Хм. 2 гилы. Оно того стоило. И вот мы на месте. Что же будет дальше? Здорово, братиш.
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
Куда? Ничего не понял, но очень интересно. Музыка прикольная. Дома у тех все еще.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a...
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrec.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up in life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic?
Да я как бы тоже, ладно.
Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role.
Хорошо сказано.
But first, first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Aye, aye, my captain. Итак, наша миссия будет проходить в священной столице Орифлам. Голова дракона, величественная голова дракона, вечный молчаливый страж священной империи Сенбрек. Да, мы можем сбегать. Кстати, эта миссия не пропала. Но я ее, в принципе, не буду выполнять. Ладно. Отправимся. Подожди. Да, следующая миссия будет интересной. Это круто.